This was in the Nations League, then Portugal kicking off their campaign with a victory and taking all 3 points, but it is Cristiano Ronaldo who will dominate the headlines around the world after getting his 900th goal. You take a look, Lionel Messi, his closest compare with 838, some quick maths would suggest that is 62 more than Messi. Pele then with 765, Romario at 756, and Ferenc Puskas at 753. To wax lyrical about Cristiano Ronaldo, we welcome Julien Laurens into the show. No matter your opinion about him, Jules, of course, Messi fans aren't his biggest fans. There are people who absolutely love him. 900 goals, there's no questioning that.
It's incredible, really. And the longevity, of course, to be able to score that many goals, you still have to be at your best for 20 years, and that's what he's done. And it's just incredible to see him, even now, 39, he will be 40 in February, to still be able to score. We talked enough about his Euros and how disappointing this was, and that he was not really at the right level for that kind of competition. Tonight, in a game where Portugal struggled at times, especially in the second half, in terms of balance of their team and conceding chances, even if they ended up winning the game, for him to be in that position, and like Craig said, it's the perfect cross, and you knew, even when Nuno Mendes was about to take that cross, you knew exactly where the ball will end up and that Cristiano would be there, wherever that ball ended up, and he was there, and perfect contact, perfect finish. He scored, of those 900, he would have scored, I don't know, maybe 200 like that. He knew exactly where the ball was going to come and how he would finish it.
It really is some achievement.
No, it's a great achievement, and the career is incredible, like Messi's, and you know, the commitment to turn up and play for your country, the amount of caps he's got, the desire, everything is incredible. What a player. I cannot say any more about him and Messi in this era. They have been generational talents, incredible. But this is all about numbers. Nothing else. At the Euros, we discussed it. When we got to the knockout stages, he was a passenger. So he's padding all these numbers now and he's turning up for his country. But the World Cup is 2 years away. Is he going to be better or worse? So where is the long-term vision for a guy, for a country, for a manager who's trying to build the next Portugal? Because you're not going to tell me in 2 years' time, Ronaldo's going to be a better, fitter, quicker player. He's not. He struggled at the European Championships. He's got all this time in between. He's playing in Saudi. Yes, he's scoring for his country here. But where is the longevity and the decision-making and the forward-thinking of Portugal when we have 2 years to this elite-level World Cup in the United States and some other countries? Where's the vision? I don't get it. So it's just about numbers.
He addressed it, actually. He addressed it after the game when he was talking about the achievement 900 goals and talking about maybe padding out those stats. Here's what he had to say. Portugal winning Euros is equivalent to winning a World Cup. Obviously, he's won the Euros with Portugal. I've already won 2 trophies for Portugal. That I really wanted. I'm not motivated by that. I'm motivated by enjoying football, and the records come naturally, Stevie.
Why would he say that? Why would he say the Euros is the same as the World Cup?
Yes, that's. I'm trying to be more positive about Ronaldo, but I feel this is going to take us in a different direction.
Well, listen. Regardless of what the situation now with Portugal, I don't disagree with anything Craig said right now, but the fact he's got 900 goals just tells you how good he is.
Yeah.
Just tells you that when it comes to the final third of the pitch or the field, he knows exactly what's going on. He understands who's on the ball, where they're going to put it, how it's going to come in, the pace it's going to be at. He understands where to be all the time. I mean, that is just pure football instinct and talent. That's what that is. I think we should just forget about the quote because it doesn't make any sense. How about you just think that 900 times this guy has got himself in the right position, had the composure and the football knowledge to put the ball in the back of the net 900 times. That's frightening.
No, it's incredible, but it doesn't get away.
No, it doesn't.
We should not have a dereliction of duty here to talk about the big picture, which is really Portugal and the multi-level of talent they have. And a manager who didn't have the stomach to make the big decision at the Euros. And Ronaldo, as the Euros went on, was a passenger.
But
That's undeniable.
That's not his fault.
Well, I know
It's not his fault
No, I
if
know
the
it's
guy's
not-
doesn't have the gumption to drop him. So he's just going to keep scoring goals when he gets the chance, and then eventually somebody is going to say, "Thanks very much, but it's time." But until then, he's just going to keep scoring.
So I have no interest. I really, the records are incredible. I don't decry anything he's done. I've sat back, we've all sat back for 10 to 15 years watching him going, well, I remember saying once, will we ever see, him and Messi, by the way, will we ever see performances and numbers like this again? I don't think Mbappe or any of the other ones will get there. I don't. Not on a yearly basis that they churned it out. Every year. And that is fact. But the bigger picture is, he scores in the qualifiers and the friendlies, he scores in the Nations League, and the numbers go up and he's turning it. That's great. But the big story here, the big picture here is, we have a manager who's basically, at the moment, going to be leading the line at the World Cup in America. What age will he be then? Jules will probably know better than me. 38, so what will he be the World Cup, Jules?
He'll be 41.
My God, he'll be 41. So we're saying the manager of Portugal, who have got all this talent level, and don't have a guy of Cristiano Ronaldo's talent when he was in his 20s and his early 30s, but are we really saying he's going to lead the line for this country at 41 in America, and that's the way Roberto Martinez is going to go? Is that really?
Well, everything points in that direction, doesn't it? What we've seen in
And
the
everything
Euros, what we've seen of Martinez.
everything points to Portugal getting knocked out again, and we put a sledgehammer over Roberto Martinez's head for making that decision.
Jules, Euro, same in the World Cup. I'm guessing you've got no problem with that?
So, I mean, what Craig said, I think I'm on Craig's side on this. I don't think he should be there. I don't think he would be good enough anymore in 2 years' time in the US for that World Cup. Luis Suarez just announced that he was retiring from international football, and what he said was like, I know in 2 years' time I can't do it at the World Cup. So it's better for me to stop now. There's no point. He could still be playing in qualifiers, in CONMEBOL and those kind of games, but he knows that in 2 years' time it's too far away. He won't be there. And I think it's the same for Cristiano, and it's true. You can score goals tonight, of course, and by the way, 900 goals. That means for 20 years, he scored 45 goals a season. There's some top strikers in their career, they would never get to 45 in one season, let alone 20 of them. So that is remarkable, and we're not taking anything away from Cristiano by saying that this is all good. But right now, as we saw the Euros, it's just not good enough anymore. In the World Cup is the best of the best. You play against the best defenders for the best countries, and I don't think he can do anymore. So why keeping him now when you can have 2 years of building your team, if you're Roberto Martinez, building an incredible squad towards the World Cup 2026 and making sure that team will be ready for them to compete, to go and win it, because they will be amongst the favourites. But Cristiano won't be good enough to lead the line there in 2 years' time. We know that already, so why not just saying to him, listen, thank you for everything. You are the most cap ever, the most goals at international goal ever. All of that is amazing. One of the greatest of all time, there's no doubt. But now, I'm Roberto Martinez. I need to build this squad for 2026. And you won't be there. You can't be there then. So let me play... Okay, Gonzalo Ramos is injured now, but let me play Rafael Leao as a 9. Let me do this. Let me try something different instead. And we saw it tonight. Yeah, he scored. But apart from the goal, I'm sorry, again, in his whole game, all around, it was not good enough.
I was walking...
You can forget about it, but you can... He will absolutely 100% not be
No,
playing in the World Cup.
Why do you say that?
I'll tell you why. Because in the second half, he picked the ball up on the wide area on the halfway line and was on his own and was running with it. My goodness. You know, you do exercises where they put an elastic band on you and you run against the force. The only thing was he didn't have the elastic band on. I mean, he was
that's
toiling.
nothing new, is it?
He
We've
was
seen that.
toiling.
We saw it at
but
the
we're
summer.
talking about 2 years' time, Dan. There is absolutely no way in 2 years' time he is going to be leading Portugal.
But it's going to have to be his decision, not Martinez's.
Well...
Well, he's got 900 goals.
Well, it can't be. It can't be, because if it's his decision, he's never going to stop. Martinez, between now and then, has to pull the plug.
But what?
Because he won't be able to. That's the thing. I'm just telling you. I talked about him in the penalty box.
Yeah.
That's a different ball game than playing football. You know,
Sure.
if you're going to close the ball down early from the front players, then you can forget that. I mean, there are so many reasons why he shouldn't be playing, but the fact that he's maybe got that 900th career goal, maybe Martinez is thinking, okay, he's got it. Now's the time. That's what should be happening. But he will not be leading the line. I'll put any money you want on Dan. He will not be leading the line in 2 years' time. He won't.
I'd have much more respect.
He can't run now. So,
well, and that's why he really should be saying to the manager, who doesn't have the gumption, he needs to grow up here, if we're going to be honest with you. I walked by on the way to the studio. He was in press conferences, brilliant in press conferences, Roberto Martinez. I saw him on the screen. Lapping it up. He'll be lapping it up the usual. What did I say? Hyperbole? Hyperbole.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, but lapping it up. He's absolutely brilliant at that. But his job was to take a very good Belgium side further. Would he get a semi-final at one point? But he didn't. It's not what they wanted. He's not got the Portugal job to massage Cristiano Ronaldo's back. He's there to take Portugal further and be better than Fernando Santos had them, who was quite structured in the way that he played his teams and had success. But they want to evolve as a country and a team and go forward. They did not. They did not at the Euros, right? And by continuing to play them, as Julien said, you know, what do international managers moan about? I never have a chance, I don't have enough time to work with the players, I don't have enough training sessions, I can't work on this. Well, you're not working on anything new. You want to work on something new for 2 years. But why does Ronaldo not just say, listen, look at these numbers. You know, this has been brilliant, but it's a bridge too far. Rather than, I think he'll try and hang on. And as Stevie said, in 2 years' time, he's going to look like he's running in treacle. I mean, he's already struggling. That's normal.
Yeah.
Why go out with everybody, ourselves included, going, oh my God, what's he doing? You know, just can't do it anymore at that level. Maybe he'll surprise us. Maybe he goes to the World Cup and is brilliant. I don't think so. I absolutely don't think so. And that's why this is great, but from a coaching, managing and country perspective, this is not looking at the big picture for this team going forward. And as I said at the start of this show, this is just massaging the numbers now, which are great, don't get me wrong, they're fantastic. But we're massaging the numbers. We're not taking a country forward in the striking department.